right, so my name is Rolando Rodriguez, and I want to thank you guys for giving me some of your time. I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I wasn't taught in school, and I think it should be something we can talk about more, and that's like how to register to vote. I kind of had to learn this on my own when I turned 18. I was like, yeah, I can vote for the first time, and I had no idea what I was doing. And so my first experience was actually walking into the poll and be like, how do I do this? Like the day of, and I did it there at the polling station and registered. But I feel like something that we can kind of start teaching our students and teaching the younger generations is how to be prepared to vote. Where do you go to register? The process, how the ballot works, and if you move, how to re-register. Because I haven't re-registered, and I'm still trying to figure out why. So I thought this is a perfect chance for me to figure out how to do it. The Washington Post states in one of their articles that the U.S. is one of the least countries of participation for voting. All the other countries rank real high, and the U.S. is like down in the bottom. And so this is a good opportunity to kind of start teaching how to do it. They said that there's millions of people that are still unregistered, and they don't. And the reason is they don't know how to register, or they're afraid because they don't know how the voting process works. And I know when I first registered and I walked into the polling station, my first thought was, okay, I'm just going to vote for the president, and that was it. Then I'm looking at all these propositions. I was like, I have no idea what this is. I was totally unaware of this. And so it was crazy because that was my first experience. So the more and more I thought about it, this is a perfect time to talk about it. According to the USA.gov, there's multiple ways to register. Because of technology, you can do it right online. So you actually go right online and do it right online. If you're more old-fashioned, you can actually download a copy, fill it out, and mail it. Or you can go to the DMV or do it at a polling station like what I did. And you, each one takes the process a little longer. The fastest is probably doing it right online. If you do the snail mail, take a little bit longer. If you do it at the polling station, you have to wait a little bit, and then you're official to vote. And then DMV, well, that just takes forever because it's the DMV. So that's like the worst case scenario. According to the U.S. Election Committee, you should also know what district you're in to vote, because you need to know what's affecting your area. Those propositions, what I wasn't aware of, I was technically I lived in a different district, but I worked in a different area, and I really didn't care what was going on over here, but stuff over here. And so you gotta be aware of what's going to affect you, even though you're trying to help this side out. You don't know what's going on here. So actually on the U.S. Election Committee website, they explain in detail the procedures, the policies, the actual rights. You got like age, if you're a veteran, if you're got a green card, like all the procedures and everything you can think about is on that website. That was kind of the easy part, is to register. That's what I realized. The hard part is actually figuring out what you're voting for. You have your party, you pick what you vote for as far as the House, the Senate, representatives, the president, all that stuff. But once you get down to propositions, the wording is confusing. And so I found this awesome website. It's ballotpedia.org. And they have a list of all the states, and what you can click into your state, type in your zip, and then you actually can see what each proposition is on there. And you can vote get more information about your representatives, more information about each proposition and what you're voting for. You keep seeing all these signs, but you don't know, is it a yes or no? I don't know what proposition's for. It's the media telling you yes or no, but what does it really mean? So this actually gives you a description of what each proposition is, and it's pretty helpful, because when you walk in, you read the wording, and you're like, I don't know what this means. I don't know what I'm voting for. So they kind of dummy it down for better understanding of how that works. According to the Brennan Center of Justice at the New York University of Law, I saw they actually have guidelines that actually helps you to understand the process of actually voting. And so this helps when you move. Um, they have guidelines on how, if you move to how to re-register. The process is basically the same. You're just starting over in a new district, which was pretty cool because I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And they tell you if you're moving within Arizona, and different polling district, same district, what you're supposed to do. They give all the guidelines on there, and that was on the Brennan Center Justice for New York law, and they same thing. They have all the states, and they give all the actual guidelines for each state. Each state has their own rules and regulations on voting. Not one state is the same. So it's important to know that within your state, or if you move out of state. So that was very helpful, and it was funny because I thought the hardest part was registering or re-registering until I did it, and I realized the hardest part was understanding what I'm voting for. And so this was a learning experience for me because I actually had to figure this out on my own. And I think the more people know about it and the students get kind of practice that, they actually have practice ballots on the Ballotpedia to kind of get an idea for them to understand this is what I like or I don't like. And it kind of, more and more I looked at it, I was like, well, this is really cool. I'm going to start saving these sites. And so I can actually, when I vote, I know what I'm voting for. I want to thank you guys for the short amount of time we had. And till next time.